This is Sam. Regular income, regular expenses, regular intentions, one word away from financial security. Every day, millions of people open an app like this, get this close, and then say the word tomorrow. Such a reasonable, harmless, optimistic little word. Tomorrow becomes next week. Next week becomes next month. And somehow, the tab stays open. But what does tomorrow actually cost? Not in theory. In real money, real numbers. We're going to put an exact number on it. And the number is going to feel uncomfortable. It starts with something small. So small it feels irrelevant. That's the whole trap. One word, more expensive than any fee, any bad investment, any market crash. Let's prove it. If you said that word this week about money even once, this video is for you. And before we go any further, Sam has said it too. So have I. That's what makes it dangerous. The thing about tomorrow is it never arrives alone. It brings a whole collection of friends. Every year has a perfect reason. Every reason sounds completely legitimate. That's the design. The imaginary perfect moment glows like a beacon. The real imperfect now just sits there, ordinary. Most financial procrastinators don't think they're procrastinating. They think they're in a waiting room, but there's no appointment. The checklist keeps growing. Every completed item makes room for a new condition. The list is the delay. This is the version most people know about. What they don't feel is how real and personal those numbers are. Reading about investing and investing are two completely different activities. The market doesn't reward your notes. Social permission to delay is everywhere. The friends who are also waiting make it feel normal. When the money doesn't go to investing, it doesn't disappear. It upgrades the lifestyle instead, quietly, completely. Lifestyle inflation is silent. You're not going backward. You're just not going forward fast enough. Waiting feels like risk management, but the risk of waiting is invisible. It doesn't arrive as a bill. It arrives as a smaller number decades later. The amount doesn't need to be large. The time needs to be long. Those are not the same thing. 1 year, not 10, just one. Let's look at what that costs at a reasonable 7% return. That empty jar isn't worth zero. In 40 years, it was worth significantly more than you put in. Life doesn't stop presenting reasons. There will always be something. That's not an excuse, it's the condition. Time doesn't wait for the checklist to be complete. It keeps going regardless. Every day it goes unsealed, a little more opportunity leaks out. It looks slow. It adds up catastrophically. Behavioral economists have a phrase for this: present bias. Tomorrow is the word our brain uses when it means never. The scene hasn't changed. The screen hasn't changed. Only the time has changed. Same money, same discipline, different starting year. The only variable is the word we said to ourselves. The sign gets heavier every year. We just don't notice because we never put it down. We keep waiting to feel ready. But readiness is not a feeling that arrives. It's a decision that creates the feeling. They're all the same word, different packaging, same cost. This isn't a sad scene. This is the moment of honest clarity that changes things. Most people never get here. The good news, and there is genuinely good news, is that the math still works. It's just harder to ignore from here. Compound interest is not complicated. It just requires time. And time is the one thing tomorrow keeps consuming. Every dollar you invest today will do work for you for decades. Every dollar invested tomorrow works for one fewer day. $300 a month, 7%, 1 year's delay. That single year costs more than you think, and it compounds on itself. The rule of 72. Divide 70 to buy your interest rate, and you get the doubling time. 7% means doubling every 10 years. 1 doubling is interesting, 2 is impressive, 3 is life-changing. 4 doublings in 40 years is why time is the asset. Present bias is why we choose immediate comfort over future wealth. The future feels abstract. Today's coffee feels real. The brain experiences card A as a win and card B as a small loss. That's the wiring, not a moral failing or design flaw. Not every tomorrow is bad, but 2 out of 3 versions are just avoidance wearing a planning costume. When you write your financial timeline out like this, the word appears on it more times than you expected. The years already lost are gone. Grief about them is understandable. Acting from them is optional and expensive. Tax-advantaged accounts don't just grow faster. They remove a permanent drag that compounds against you every year you ignore them. Waiting for the perfect moment to invest statistically underperforms just investing consistently at any moment. The math is humbling. Dollar cost averaging removes the timing problem entirely. You stop trying to be clever and start being consistent. Every decade has had an event that felt like the wrong time to invest. Every single one has been followed by recovery. Jeff Bezos asked himself, which decision will I regret more at 80? It's a clarifying question. Use it. Automation is not laziness. It is the single most powerful financial behavior tool available to an ordinary person. You do not need to find the right stock. You need to own the whole market and wait. That's the entire strategy. $20 a week is to coffees. Compounded over 35 years, it is something that would embarrass your current self. The barrier to starting is 45 minutes and a bank account. That's it. The complexity is manufactured by delay. The longer you stay in the loop, the more momentum the loop has. The exit is always at the first step. More information does not produce more action. A single sentence acted on beats 500 pages filed away. The emotional cost of not starting is real and ongoing. Every article, every conversation about money carries a small charge. Starting doesn't just grow money. It stops a background process in your brain that's been running for years. Consistent boring beats clever timing almost every time. This is not my opinion. This is the data. There's a sequence. It removes the decision entirely. You follow the steps in order and the confusion disappears. Most people fund their lifestyle first and invest what's left. The wealthy do it backwards. Income in, investment out, live on the rest. Boring is the goal. The boring upward line is the most beautiful chart in personal finance. The replacement isn't a different plan. It's a different word that leads to a different action immediately. For questions, any financial action that answers yes to all four is worth doing now, today, not tomorrow. 5 principles, not complex, not new, just finally applied, and that changes everything that follows. Sam sat down, opened the app, didn't read one more article first, didn't wait until Monday, just opened it. The thumb went down. The transfer was set. It took 4 minutes. 4 minutes to break a years-long pattern. Not a celebration, not a parade, just a small, irreversible, beautiful green tick. Month 1, the amount is modest. The direction is not. The number went up, only a little, but it went up by itself. Sam didn't have to push it. Same friends, different conversation. Sam stopped talking about starting and started showing what starting looked like. 2 months in a row, the line is going up, not dramatically, undeniably. A temptation appeared. Sam ran the 4 questions. It failed 2 of them. It was set aside without negotiation. Monthly review, 30 minutes, same time every month. It stopped being stressful and started being grounding. When the raise came, Sam didn't upgrade the lifestyle. Sam upgraded the contribution. That was the whole game. The best financial advice Sam ever got took 12 words. The best Sam could give someone else took 10. 6 months. The line isn't exciting. It's better than exciting, it's reliable. The sticky note stayed on the wall longer than it should have. It didn't need a ceremony to come down. 1 year. The number is not life-changing yet. The habit is. And habits are what become life-changing numbers. Every financial problem compounds over time, but no problem compounds faster or quieter than the decision to delay. You don't need more information. You don't need the right moment. You need to open the app today and press confirm. If this one landed, to share it with someone who said the word this week. It might be the most useful thing you send them. The most expensive word in finance costs nothing to stop saying. Today, for Sam, it costs exactly 0.